We love to despise the Marvel villains, and they deserve to be hated. But imagine what they would face for their heinous crimes if they were real. Well, let's run down the crime cases of the Joker, the Green Goblin, and Ikaris from the Marvel movies. Case 1. Crimes of the Joker from The Dark Knight. Out of all the Joker films, the Joker from The Dark Knight commits the most wrongdoings in a couple of days that a full mob couldn't do in a month. Here's our rundown of the Joker's crimes. Charge number 1. The Joker is being charged with aggravated robbery as he robs the Gotham First National Bank. Therefore, he is given 14 years of imprisonment for the second-degree robbery. Charge number 2. The Joker is being charged with 10 charges of possessing an explosive device, owing to the fact that he had 10 grenades in his duffel bag. Because the appropriate penalty range for unauthorized possession of explosives or weapons is 1 to 5 years in prison, the Joker is sentenced to 5 years in prison. Charge number 3. The Joker is charged with 5 counts of attempted homicide after throwing Dawes out the broken window, attempting to kill Garcia but hitting Police Lieutenant Jim Gordon accidentally, and firing the machine gun at 3 passengers. As a result, the Joker receives a 20-year jail sentence. So, before you proceed to the next charge, we'd want you to subscribe to our channel for more of this type of content. Charge number 4. The Joker is charged with 6 counts of attempted murder after shooting at the SWAT van holding Dent and hitting a patrol car with 2 cops inside with a bazooka. As the punishment for attempted murder is 10 to 20 years, the Joker is sentenced to 20 years of imprisonment. Charge number 5. The Joker is charged with 40 counts of first-degree murder, which would take a lifetime to tally, and he is sentenced to 2,000 years in prison. Charge number 6. The Joker is charged with 13 counts of murder conspiracy for forcing his thugs and Gamal's men to kill each other. Moreover, he intends to assassinate the judge hearing the mafia trials as well as Police Commissioner Loeb, and he has 2 men killed in order to create a threat against Harvey Dent and Mayor Anthony Garcia. He also orders his hitmen to shoot down the police helicopter, as he has Dawes and Dent killed when the explosives detonate. As a result, the Joker is sentenced to 50 years in prison. Charge number 7. The Joker is accused of 12 counts of first-degree kidnapping, as he holds Brian Douglas, a wannabe Batman, 3 henchmen, Wayne's guests, Gotham Police Honor Guards Lau, and bus passengers hostage. As a result, he was sentenced to 180 years in prison. Charge number 8. The Joker is being charged with trespassing into the construction zone of the Pruitt building, where he held people hostage. It is a Class 1 misdemeanor punishable by up to 120 days in prison and a fine at the discretion of the court. Therefore, the Joker is sentenced to 1 year in prison. Charge number 9. The Joker is being charged with threatening violence for placing an unpinned grenade in the hands of at least 4 customers and threatening to ignite the explosives if anyone gets too close to him on another occasion. The criminal faces a 10,000-year fine or a 5-year jail sentence. In the Joker's case, he should be fined $10,000. Charge number 10. The Joker is being accused of reckless driving after repeatedly being caught driving his vehicle dangerously. According to the legislation, the Joker should face 0.25 years in jail. Final statement. Given all the crimes of the Joker, he would be sentenced to 2,439.5 years in jail, or could be fined around $13.1 million in real life. That's why he's known as the Clown Prince of Crime. Case 2. Crimes of the Green Goblin from Spider-Man No Way Home. Norman Osborn, often known as the Green Goblin, is the antagonist in the Spider-Man trilogy and loves destroying and killing everything. Have you ever considered what crimes he would be charged with in real life? Well, here's our rundown of the Green Goblin's crimes. Charge number 1. The Green Goblin is accused of murdering Spider-Man's Aunt May, Gwen Stacy, and Uncle Ben in the second degree. In most situations under U.S. law, the perpetrator is sentenced to life in jail with no prospect of release. As a result, the Green Goblin has been condemned to life in jail with no prospect of release. Charge number 2. The Green Goblin is charged with property destruction because he wrecked a building and caused the scaffolding around the Liberty State to collapse during the fight with Spider-Man. Section 427 charges the offender with 2 to 5 years in jail or a fine, depending on the property harmed. In the Green Goblin's case, he should be sentenced to 5 years in prison. Charge number 3. The Green Goblin is being charged with attempted murder of Spider-Man's friends, MJ and Tobey Spider-Man. The maximum punishment for attempted murder, where the intent to kill was not premeditated, is 9 years in state prison. Thus, the Green Goblin is being sentenced to 9 years in prison, as Tobey Spider-Man and MJ survived his attack. Charge number 4. The Green Goblin is accused of mass murder after dropping pumpkin bombs on a road full of cars and passengers, as well as on news reporters outside a building. Many jurisdictions have abolished the capital penalty for mass killers, and even in states where it still exists, offenders have a low chance of being executed. As a result, the Green Goblin is sentenced to life in jail for his horrific actions. Final statement. The accused, the Green Goblin, is being sentenced to life imprisonment with no chance of parole. Case number 3. Crimes of Ikaris from Eternals. Ikaris, the Macho Man Eternal from the Eternals, turns out to be the de facto villain, doing heinous acts for the sake of his delusional belief. Do you want to know what crimes he could be charged with in real life? Here is a rundown of Ikaris' crimes. Charge number 1. Ikaris has been accused of first-degree murder in the death of Ajax, the Eternals' leader. As said before, the punishment for first-degree murder in the United States is life in prison without the possibility of parole. As a result, Ikaris must spend the rest of his life in jail. Charge number 2. Ikaris is being charged with genocide conspiracy because he wants the people of the world to die for his cultish beliefs. Moreover, he tries everything to act on those beliefs. In the United States, genocide carries a maximum sentence of 30 years in jail. As a result, Ikaris must serve 30 years in jail. Charge number 3. Ikaris is being accused of treason for deceiving his mission mates. Anyone found guilty of treason in the United States or elsewhere shall be executed, detained for not less than 5 years, and fined not less than $10,000. As a result, Ikaris must pay $10,000 and serve 5 years in jail. Final statement. Ikaris is guilty and is being sentenced to life in prison for first-degree murder, with 30 years for genocide conspiracy, 5 years for treason, and a $10,000 fine. The court is adjourned. We have come to the end of the video. If you have enjoyed watching our filmy court drama, hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon for the latest updates.